Om Shanti. Can you hear me?
Rather, your voice is very feeble.
Is it better?
Yes.
So, should I share my screen? And
All right, brother, you can share. Sakshiban, can you stop sharing?
oh, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so today we have a very beautiful Murli. We have a couple of Murlis. So this is from 1976. Is that right? Let me double check the dates if I got it right. Just double confirm. Yeah, 76, 23rd January 1976. So these two Murlis are very well connected, and it is actually spoken one day after another, right? One is on 23rd and the one is on 24th. And Baba was actually telling how is our last stage will look like, and what is the quality of a teacher, how should they, what is the mindset that we should hold uh, to raise to the next level, right? And so let's see what Baba says. Baba says the essence of the Murli is the effort of the last stage, right? In order to celebrate the year of revelation, everyone has made special effort to reveal Bapdada through the newspapers and cards. In order to celebrate the year of revelation, everyone has made special effort to reveal Bapdada through the newspapers and cards. These two are essential tools to service. However, people look at and read the newspapers and cards, etc., on the day they receive them. But then those things become merged in their awareness. You should not say that they completely vanish, because it is in the awareness that merges and then emerges at the right time. This is why one would not say that it has vanished, but that it has merged. Through this, the land receives a little water of love and introduction. But how could it give the fruit of revelation? Of course, you watered it, but for what for? To receive the fruit. How will that fruit be received? That is, how will those thoughts take a practical form? You would not always have cards printed for this, would you? Nowadays, what desire do majority of souls have? To attain peace and happiness. And of course, they desire to have peace and happiness. But what do devotee souls in particular desire? The desire of majority of devotees is to see light for even a second. How will you fulfill that desire? The eyes of Brahmins are the means to fulfill that desire. Try to focus this. This is very unique thing. The desire of a lot of people is to have peace and happiness, but the desire for devotees is to see the light. And how can you fulfill their desires? Through Brahmin's drishti. When we hold Baba's light in our eyes, so then we reveal and fulfill the desire of devotees to see the light. The eyes of Brahmins are the means to fulfill that desire. Through your eyes, they should be able to have a vision of the form of light of Baba. Your eyes would not be visible as eyes, but they would be seen as globes of light. Just as you see the sparkling star in the sky, in the same way your eyes would be like sparkling stars. However, this will only be visible when you stabilize yourself in the form of light. You should be light in your actions. That is, there should be lightness. Your form should be of lightness, and your stage should also be light. When the special souls make such effort and have such a stage, are embodiments of remembrance. Let me reiterate the how part. Devotees desire to see the light, and this can be fulfilled through the eyes of the Brahmins. Through your eyes, you should be able to have a vision of form of light, of able to give the vision of form of light of Baba. Your eyes would not be visible as eyes, but they will be seen as globes of light. Just as you see the sparkling stars in the sky, in the same way your eyes would be like sparkling stars. However, this will only be visible when you stabilize yourself in the form of light. You should be light in your actions, and there should be lightness. Your form should be of lightness, and your stage should also be light. Your form should be light, and your stage should be light. When the special souls make such effort and have such a stage, are embodiments of remembrance. Then, on seeing you, special souls, all effort makers will also make such effort. While performing action, check again and again. Am I light in my actions? Do I have any burden of actions? The burden of actions would pull you towards itself. If you do not experience any burden in your action, then you will not be pulled by that. But there will be transformation in your karma yoga. And again, Baba is asking to check if there is lightness in your action. Check, is there any burden? Are you experiencing any burden whilst performing action? If you have burden, then the burden will pull you down. So if you have lightness, that will transform into karma yoga. So this method and form of celebrating the year of revelation is in everyone's intellect, is it not? And again, what is a practice? To hold that lightness while performing action and hold the form of lightness, right? And this method and form of celebrating the year of revelation is in everyone's intellect, meaning in everyone's awareness, isn't it? You have made such a plan, haven't you? You saw how Baba in the Sakar form performed a great deal of action, was involved with the expansion, was entertaining, and had contacts and relationships, and to the same extent, and at the same extent was completely detached while having those contacts and relationships. Just as it is easy to interact and have relationship with others, so it should be just as easy to be detached. This practice is needed. Detached and loving, right? Detached and interacting. This practice is needed. At this moment, it will be the extreme, and next it will be the end. This is the effort for the last year, And the last stage, make such a plan. Rehearse this and perform this drill. Perform the drill, going into extreme and then the end. At one moment, be in a close relationship, and the next moment, be just as detached as you were in connection, as though merged in lighthouse. A lighthouse means your home of light. 1 minute, be on the field of action, and the next minute, be in Paramdham, Supreme Abode. Acha? So this is the practice. So again, before we go further, so Baba is talking about a couple of things. What is the effort of the last stage? And what is the desire of everyone else? Everyone's desire is to have peace and happiness. But in specific to the devotees, the desire of devotees is to see the light. And in order to see the light, only Brahmins can fulfill their desire. When you hold Baba in your eyes, they get to see a globe of light in your eyes, just like stars, sparkling stars in the sky. So you have to stabilize yourself in the form of light, and there should be lightness in the stage. Form and the stage, Swarup and Sthiti. Your form, your Swarup should be of light, and your Sthiti should be very light. So that is where Baba is telling, how can you have the lightness in your stage? By being a Karma Yogi. By being a Karma Yogi, you hold that lightness, and if there is any burden, it will pull you down. So Baba also gave the reference of Brahma Baba. He gave a reference that even though he was involved in expansion of the service, he was very entertaining, and he was interacting with the contacts and relationships, and he's fulfilling all the stuff. At the same time, he was completely detached, right? To the same extent, he was completely detached, right? So we have to practice this. This practice is needed. This is the effort for the last year and for the last stage. And Baba emphasizing, do this rehearsal again and again, perform these drills. What is a drill? To go into extreme and then end. At one moment be in a close relationship, next moment totally detached. And when you're detached, what's happening to yourself? You are merging into lighthouse. Lighthouse meaning home of light, which is Paramdham. Merged into Paramdham, the light of Paramdham. It's beautiful Murli, very simple but very effective practice. So Baba was talking to mothers. Benefit in sorrow and definition. Babdada has had special love for the mothers from the beginning, who had a special part in establishment of yajna. Who were the instruments? At the end too, who will become instruments to bring about revelation and beat the drums of victory? It will be mothers. At the confluence age, the gopis have a special part. Gopi Vallabh, the father of gopis, has also been remembered. Mothers always have the desire that someone elevated should make them belong to him, that they find a good husband and a good home. What more do you want when the Father has made you belong to him? Whenever any situation comes up in this benevolent age, don't see that situation, don't see the present time, but see the future in the present. That is, when someone is causing you sorrow or insulting you, just think that there is some benefit for you in that. Benefit is that sorrow or insult will bring you closer in remembrance to the bestower of happiness. So use everything for your benefit. If somebody is insulting and giving you sorrow, use that intensity to propel towards Baba and come closer in remembrance to the bestower of happiness. Do not see the external form, but see it in the form of benefit. And then any situation will not seem as a difficult situation. Through this, you will be able to make progress. So this is a nice yukti Baba was using. Baba is asking us to remember being a gopi, and when there is a tough situation, so your heart will be pulled towards the gopi Vallabh, and use everything that is not working out for your own benefit to come closer to increase your remembrance of the bestower of happiness, the gopi Vallabh Baba. It's a beautiful Murli. So again, let's take a couple of minutes before we hop on to the next Murli. Sukh Shanti. Make yourself very comfortable as you relax your body and mind. Make yourself very comfortable in the form of light. Feel the lightness, not only in the body, but also in your mind. There is no burden, no responsibility. Clear and clean mind. Take your mind out of this space and time. Take your heart beyond the burden of the past and the worries of the future. Raise your stage, make your stage very light. That Shantidam, Brahma, and merged into light. Very close to the Gopi Vallabh, the ocean of love. Yourself very comfortable, being light, feeling light. Absorbing love, absorbing light. Okay. Now Baba has another Murli. So is my sound okay or is it still low?
Brother, your sound is little feeble. Can you be a little louder?
Let me see what's happening. Please change. Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let me try. Come closer to you. So this is the second Murli where Baba is talking about what should be the last stage, like, right? So, and how should we practice every moment? And this is very much the next day, the way to make effort. So this is the mantra of Mama, now or never. If not now, then never. So abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. So Baba is telling to practice this for all the teachers. Baba says, teachers are special souls who are instruments for service. So in your effort, so is your effort according to that? Or is your effort same as that of the students? Teachers are special souls who are instruments for service. Is your effort same as the students? According to your part, what special effort are you making? According to your part as a teacher, what special effort are you making? To become perfect, to become Satopradhan is everyone's aim, not just for the teacher. Even for the students, the goal is to become perfect and to become Satopradhan. That is general, but what special effort are the teachers making? At present, the special effort that you are making or should be making is for your every thought to be powerful. It should not be ordinary. It should be powerful and not wasteful. What is the meaning of a teacher? To be serviceable. And again, what is a special effort? To have every thought to be powerful. It, it cannot afford to be ordinary or wasteful. A meaning of a teacher is to be serviceable. Not even a second should be without service. To study the Murli and to check yourself is a gross aspect. As time is coming close, the special instrument souls have to make the effort to go faster than the time. Do not say that there is still so much time and that your weakness will be removed. No, it should remain in your intellect, if not now, then never. We should have the slogan, if not now, then never. For every thought and every second, those who fill themselves with such sanskara of now will come into the golden age at the beginning, whereas those who say at some time will come in the middle period. Those who say at some time are waiting for time, and so they will also have to wait for their status. So remember this slogan at every second and in every thought. If this lesson is not firm, you will constantly have the sanskara of weakness. The sanskara of Mahavir are, if not now, then never. To say that one is ahead of me, and so if that one does it, I will also do it, are the sanskara of carelessness. Whatever thoughts you have to do it now. Not tomorrow, but today. Not today, but now. It has to be done this instant. All you are special souls, are you not? You do not consider yourself to be juniors, do you? In effort, everyone is senior. There can be senior and junior in your activities, but not in effort. Even the juniors can go ahead in effort. In business activities, the code of conduct has to be observed, but not in effort. In terms of effort, whoever does something will receive the reward of it. Now check whether your effort is according to this or whether your effort is the same as everyone else's. That is it ordinary? Teachers are always happy. Teachers receive the lift of blessings from everyone. However, if they become instruments to make others weak, they also accumulate sin. And because of this burden, are not able to do what they want to do. Those who have a burden are not able to climb high. This is why, if they are unable to change even when they want to, there must definitely be a burden. Burn that burden with special yoga, with the code of conduct and deep love. Otherwise, the time will pass in that burden and you will not be able to move forward. Wake up at Amrit Vela and set your seat. Are you set according to your seat? Check this. Make your pose, which is your stage, all right. Even if your pose is not correct, by checking, you will be able to put it right. By checking, you will be able to put it right. Acha, Baba gives a very short but very crisp tools to become perfect. You know, even in Laukiks, they have this practice. In Buddhism, they have stay in the now, be in the present, and all of that stuff, but they don't know what to do in the present. So here, Baba says that, of course, you have a aim to become perfect and Sato Pradhan, but if that stage is not present right now, it is just an idea. It just uh, it does not have a power. So Baba says, make that whatever you're thinking, manifest it in your stage, in your form, and then reveal, and then let the service happen. Right? It's another beautiful Murli. Baba is giving, cautioning to some extent. If you actually see Baba is saying, like, if you are a teacher, if you are uplifting so many souls, you definitely receive the blessing. That blessings will work as a lift that will lift your stage up. But at the same time, if you become an instrument for making others weak, that also accumulates a burden. So Baba says, like, whatever has happened, past is past, but the burden is there on your present stage. So do a special yoga and burn that burden. And then what is a yoga? And then special yoga to be aligned to your maryadas and with the deep love, go into that present powerful yogic stage that can burn all that burden. And that definitely Baba is emphasizing on Amrit Vela and set your stage, sit in that seat and position yourself in a very stable stage. Another beautiful Murli. Let's take a minute to stabilize in our perfect, a complete and perfect stage aligned to our truth. Stabilize in the essence of the truth. Sato Pradhan, essence of the truth. Observe your energy. energy of your mind, energy of your heart. Align your heart and head to your perfect Sato Pradhan stage. Going to your seed stage. Going to your essence of your pure presence. To find the energy and stabilize in a complete and perfect Sato Pradhan stage. See to that your awareness is very refined, not scattered. Your focus of not only your head, your mind and heart, but also your presence is very focused on your pure Sato Pradhan stage, which is complete and perfect. Feel that radiance exuding from your presence. Hold that perfect stage and burn any heaviness, burn any burden. Om Shanti, Shanti. Another powerful Murli. So what is the takeaway from today's Murli? Feel free to unmute yourself and start with the second Murli or first Murli, whichever, or together.
Om Shanti, brother.
Om Shanti, Sakshi Ben.
The takeaway point for me is every thought should be powerful. It should not be ordinary. Om Shanti.
Very thought. The thought is a seed for your stage. So the real mirror is my stage. So once you trigger the thought, you don't have to think again. So somehow I keep thinking, sometimes it will be a problem. I think once and then keep the stage powerful. Thank you. Vijay bhai.
So, in the first Murli, Baba says the speciality of Brahmins' eyes. So there, Baba says the eyes of Brahmins that fulfill others' desire. So that's a wonderful line. And then Baba also mentioned about the Sakar. Babas, used to have that remembrance. So it's a practice that needed while walking and moving around. Though we are connected with the in the field of action, doing different work or anything, but it's very important to connect as in when time comes to just a trip to Parandam and then be there. Baba said 1 minute on the field of action, the next minute be in the Supreme Abode to perform this action. So this rehearsal we have to perform as much as possible, and this is what I think will make us detach from the action. That I'm not separating from the body and separating from the action. So while I was listening, I also heard suddenly something reminded me of this Sakar Baba's one incident or one practical thing. I think most of you might have heard this. Somebody came to meet Baba one day, and Baba was drying this cow dung, and when this person saw Baba doing this ordinary seva, and then when he walked towards Sakar Baba, as he came close, he saw a sparkling light between his eyebrows. So that actually tells that though Baba was doing ordinary seva, but the kind of connection that he maintained while doing that seva, portrayed that form and gave him that vision. So we also should practice that. My takeaway would be I would check throughout the day how much I can be connected from though I do in the field of action, whatever my day-to-day work, and then also as in when I'm reminded of fly off to the Supreme Abode. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Yeah, really beautiful. Thank you. I just want to add one point there. Um, one tool that really helped me to keep that thing alive in one of the Avyak Murli Baba was telling, every time you say I, look at yourself as that light. Every time you say Baba or my, be aware of who you really belong to. So every time you are self-aware, bring that light alive, and every time you are aware of what is my task, bring Baba's light into the presence. And that was
Right.
really effective for me.
Right. Yeah, brother rightly said. So when I look back, what the kind of difficulty that I face when I come onto action is sometimes I get action consciousness than going to soul consciousness. Initially I might try to remember it and then stick with it, but as I do action, somewhere I forget Baba and go with only the action that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
But
more
that is a
practice.
powerful thing. Like, so, recently Dennis Ben was making a comment that especially when we are not feeling good, when you're really upset with yourself or others or too boggled down, tell yourself that, look, I am a soul. Right now, I am not peaceful. So she said, like, do this practice. Who is not peaceful? Who is absorbed in action? Who is fighting or stuck in the drama and Jamila? But reaffirm that point that I, the soul, am upset right now. I, the soul, I, unhappy soul, right now. Even by just telling that, will bring your attention back to the soul, and that itself, like, it does not feel right, and then you immediately do the course correction, right? The sense of
Yeah,
self is very powerful. Yeah, the tool of, like, I am absorbed in action. But who is I who is absorbed in action? At the end of the day, I, the soul, am action conscious. It's okay, but you are aware that you, the soul, are doing action. That itself will bring some sense of subtle separation. So that's why once in a while, checking that yes, it's okay to be absorbed, but who is absorbed? Just bring that attention, and then you do a course correction in the day. Yeah.
thank you, brother. Yeah. Thank
Thank you.
Om,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Om
Om
Shanti,
Shanti.
brother. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Like the brother was sharing a story. I remember the Brahma Baba, he was an epitome of all that. We know he was absolutely Nirankari. There are so many other stories, even when somebody came to attack him and all, how they saw light. So when that thing I caught in the first Murli, because even yesterday Baba spoke about revelation from the highest and holiest. And in the holiest, he said, you should have lotus eyes, you should have lotus feet, you should have lotus hands. And today he has gone a bit further and he said it should be globes of light. I think for revelation, he's giving us like each of our sense organs. Is there any influences? How do I take it away from the influence of physical? So that was a Murli which I feel was something attached to yesterday. But what I attracted was the second part of the Murli, where Baba spoke about mothers and much, much more important, Mama's thing, which Baba speaks over here. I remember hearing a lot of such stories where once Paul Coelho had said, go out, get out from here, go reconquer your kingdom, because not just by which has become corrupted because of your routine ordinary. Stop repeating the same. And so many more things, like present is important, like Eckhart Tolle, who says the power of the present. But Mama goes a little further. She's not just saying go, she says abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. If you don't take it now, there is no tomorrow. Tomorrow is lost. Absorb that tomorrow into today. No next time, no timeouts, no excuses, no second chance. Work with what you have now. I think that kind of action plan which was given for the final moment is come, because we always tend to postpone. Okay, tomorrow I may get some time, but does life wait for me tomorrow? I'm here now, the next moment I'm not there. So that one is really a slogan of Mama, which always abhi nahi to kabhi nahi, is what I would like to take much more.
Very nice. Like, and then if you actually see the equation, right? So the equation is how long, so how are sanskaras created? How long did I stayed in what emotion? That deepens. So if I am not in my powerful stage, even if I had a powerful meditation for 1 hour, what happened to the 23 hours? 23 hours, your stage was ordinary. So it is the equation of time and stage, time and stage. And this equation of confluence age is directly related to the rest of the kalpa. So I whenever I hear Mama saying that now or never, which means every moment of confluence age has to be powerful, so that the every moment of your next cycle will become powerful. This thing what you're investing now is what is going to start working. Definitely in golden and silver ages it will be working, but also even in the copper and iron ages, that which is you are investing now, ingraining inside your consciousness now, will start working to keep you safe and secure all the way till the end of the kalpa. So it is the equation of time and stage. time and stage. Yeah, thank you. Anyone else? Chandrakala Ben, Bhanubai.
Brother, I just want to add that one sentence which Baba said, burn the burden.
Mm-hmm.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Divine Family, and Baba, thank you, Baba. And this my takeaway is that when you are making a weak others, so you are is increasing burdens. So that I like very much. So always I'm committed now for make powerful to others. And you also add a second to I and my. I to remember this well. I am a powerful soul. I am a pure soul. I am a lighthouse. That I and my Baba, my family, my divine family, and that minus it brings a lot of it, makes you powerful. So thank you very much. And also I got a good message from him that eye gives light. Your eyes gives light in the end of the stage. That I also like very much. Om Shanti. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's really powerful. Huh? If you remember, in South India there is around January time they do this Shabarimalai, where they do so much penance, and when they go up, their fulfillment is to look at the light which shines on the mountains after all of that penance. That was always amazing for me, like, because a lot of my family members did that mala, like that intense 60-day penance. What are they aiming for? They are aiming to see that jyoti which shines on the mountain after all of the ritual, 60 days of ritual, going all the way, walking so much and all that thing. They think it is fulfilled only if they can see the light on the mountain. It's so interesting. Even at the end of the cycle, that desire to see the light, and then that's beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Anyone else?
Om Shanti.
Shanti.
The last line of second Murli, the Baba says, "Are you set according to your seat?" And then he asks us to he asks us to check. Like the line that really touched me was, "Make your pose stage all right. Even if your pose is not correct, by checking, you will be able to put it right." So, what I was getting here while the reflection was, don't make yourself wrong. Don't make myself wrong if my pose is not right. And rather, in between, you mentioned about one caption that I am the soul. At this moment, I'm not peaceful. Accepting that and then correcting gives so much of power. So that's the practice I'm going to be taking on from this Murli. Om Shanti.
Thank you.
Om
Else, Bhanubai?
Shanti.
Yeah.
Just one brother, two lines there which Baba has said, that not even 1 second should be without service. That is, and just immediately after that, Baba says to study the Murli and to check yourself is a gross aspect. So, what is Baba trying to say in this? Which I mean, for the Purushar, what is the point which is in between the lines? If
So
you make it.
for me, the power, right? So studying Murli is good, right? So I had this problem too. So when I was first start reading Murli. As long as you're reading, listening to Murli, just imagine, visualize yourself sitting in History Hall, sitting before Brahma Baba, sitting amongst Dadis in that powerful atmosphere, and try to convert every word Baba is telling into a power, right? And and then just see for yourself. You're not just comprehending the concept of what Baba is trying to convey, but you're absorbing the energy of every word Baba is trying to say, right? So when Baba is telling, like, just studying and checking yourself, oh, did I do anything wrong? That does not have that awareness does not have as much power as embodying, right? And that is where, if you actually see, when Baba is focusing on the thought is just imagine thought is a container. What's filled in that container is the power of your presence, right? So Baba is telling there should not be any moment where you're not in touch with your powerful presence, right? So of course Murli is good, is a great point, but if you are trying to use your intellect to comprehend a concept and trying to solve a problem, all of that thing is good. What happened to your stage? So the what I feel is Baba is focusing more on the stage. Your stage should have power. Every thought that you had, that thought is not just a thought, it is just a a container that holds your presence. Your presence, you should not lose your presence. And what is your presence made up of? Which is sato pradhan, which is the essence of your being, essence of your being, right? And I think that's what I feel that Baba was bringing our attention to. Your stage has to be very powerful.
Yes, Maiji. I think thank you. I think that's what Baba basically means is to become embodiment and don't waste time in the not even a second in
Mm.
lower than that. I think just become embodiment of the Sato Pradhan stage. Just become, just become
Mm.
and experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
At that moment when the Murli. And really like this gopis and the Gopi Vallabh part,
Mm.
where
Mm.
gopis are always connected with the Vallabh, Gopi Vallabh, and
Mm.
he's the mentor. Gopi Vallabh is a mentor of the gopis. Gopis are constantly connected in their
Mm.
intellect. So that and every action becomes a ras,
Mm.
ras or maharas, and the the basically synchronizing of the sanskars, own sanskar with the Gopi Vallabh's sanskar. So that
Mm.
is another interesting part. And one or two points which I think we have missed in the churning, maybe if I can bring out in a minute.
Mm.
Drama is always benevolent. Every
Mm.
moment is beneficial because this is a benevolent conference age, is a benevolent age. So where every moment is beneficial for me, for my self progress. And this point I really like, that one moment extreme and then the next moment the end. So
Mm.
Vaiji, what thought came to my mind is, in this world where there is a uh, very there are a lot of negative emotions, also negative feelings, and a lot of negativity around in this world because of the sanskars of the
Mm.
soul. Then that is the extreme, and you can even think of even most extreme emotions you are surrounded with, and the moment you consider yourself to be a soul and sit on that soul consciousness stage, with the Gopi Vallabh, or whichever way you want to imagine and visualize and experience, then everything comes to an end. That
Mm.
that outer energy doesn't even touch you.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that continuous practice, I mean, it can be done during even Amrit Vela, or after Amrit Vela, just 10 minutes, we can practice. Imagine you see in Lokik we say plan for the worst, plan for the worst, and hope for the best.
Mm.
So planning has to be done for the extreme. The stage has to be prepared to counter the extreme in the life, and then that power will come to even handle that extreme with stability and with poise and with ekras avastha.
Yeah. So I
Correct?
like one point where one of the sister was calling out in terms of we just had a Janmashtami, right? Krishna Janmashtami, and she was calling out this one point. You see, Krishna, he came across so many hurdles. There is a snake, there is this
Mhm.
Rakshas, this Rakshas,
Yes.
that, and he
These are
never
all
felt
extreme.
that
Extreme.
he never felt that he has to fight and battle, and he never become serious. Everything he used it for entertainment, and at the end he finished he killed the snake, he killed the rakshas and all kinds of stuff, but he never see him serious and taking anything serious. He was always blissed out, and everything is a fun thing. But whereas if you look at Rama, Raghu Rama, the Chandravamshi Rama, so you see that he's always serious, right from the day he was born, and there is somebody else upset, who is going to get on the throne, and then he was going into Vanvas, and then Ravan comes and takes her away, and then even after bringing back Sita, somebody says something about Sita, and again he has to send back into fire, and he's always struggling and struggling and struggling. So what I relate from this Murli is Baba is telling, like, stay in your powerful stage. Don't even worry about what's going on around. You enjoy your powerful stage. As long as you're enjoying, of course, obstacles will come. They will come and they will end without your knowledge. You are always having fun in your powerful stage, remembering Baba, being in your Gopi Vallabh stage, and all that good stuff. I like that thing. It's worth living that life.
Yes.
Why
Don't
struggle?
Baba says no. Don't be a Yodha. Be the Mahavir.
Yeah.
Mahavir. Mahavir is a stage, and Yodha is always struggling with the
Edgy.
wall, keep hitting on the wall, and you go beyond the wall. Baba says, go beyond the wall and
Mm.
fly rather than facing the traffic of the road. Just fly and fly past, isn't it? So, and that's what Baba says, that Bansi, that Murli is basically takes you at a stage. It creates a stage.
Mm.
Uh, that Gopi Vallabh, the quality of Gopi Vallabh is that he focuses on the stage, and which takes him beyond these extremes, what is happening in the world.
Mm.
So that's a wonderful. Thank you, Vaiji, for this session. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Mm. Thank you. I think we're almost over time already. Yeah,
Yes,
Rakhi.
Brother, can you move on to meditation?
Yeah,
A short one.
yeah. Okay, so make yourself very comfortable. Relax into Baba's lap, into your powerful stage. Emerge your Sato Pradhan stage. Emerge in your eyes. Bring that blissful, powerful presence, not just in your awareness, but fill your heart with that lovely feelings. Let it shine through your presence. Just imagine yourself carrying this lighthouse and shining on every being in your home every person you interact at work and throughout the day. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Harsha Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. See you all tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a wonderful day.
Thank